Yo, what's up YouTube? Jay Tremblay here. I know it's been a little bit since I made a video. It's been a couple weeks. I've been working on the mining farm, still rearranging things and working on stuff. This is a part, unfortunately, I was modifying it with the 8-inch fan and shorted out my power supply. So I'm waiting for another one. That's why you see it in pieces right here. I was trying to look and see if maybe a capacitor was swelled up or something. I did find a local place. I got a contact information, someone that says they can fix power supplies, so I may look to send this one out to get fixed to have as a backup, but I'll talk about that in another video. But that is why it's sitting behind me, which it'll probably stay here because I have ductwork piped out my window with soft tubing to exhaust this once it's set up. But let's go over some other stuff. I did change my storage over here. It's kind of a little bit off camera, but I got a cheap solution off of eBay that actually zips up so it's closed. So when I'm making videos, I can have it a little bit cleaner and closed also. It doesn't look like just a bunch of crap everywhere. Still have some empty mining frames over here, a stack of them over here, and a stack over here. But I'm gonna get off camera and behind it, and I'll show you guys some things that are going on and some things I may look to change up here in the near future. But let's give you guys a little bit of a tour and show you guys some additions that I did, because I don't think I did an update video since I did a lot of this stuff here. So let's check it out. So this is the storage solution I was saying. It just zips up, pretty much a lot cleaner of a look. And then a couple empty frames here. And then I have a stack of frames over here also with a couple PDUs that I picked up. My two 12-by miners, one is Ergo in Caspa, the other one is on Radiant. Just mining, trying to bag some coins up. And then one S19J Pro that currently needs to be fixed, and I'm waiting on a power supply for it. The guy on eBay is just taking a long time to send it. You can see the ductwork piped up and the other fitting back in the corner there to get onto this to exhaust it. And then I'll make a follow-up video on it once it's fixed, and probably maybe I'll do a video replacing that power supply so you guys can see it. And then my ASIC window, this is something I was working on that you guys may not have seen. In the back there is an S19J Pro 104 terahash, and then 3 L3 pluses. 2 are running Blitz firmware and one's on HiveOS. One big thing that I added that I didn't show all you guys just yet, I added 3 more 30 amp outlets to my basement. These were the original 2 over here, and then these are the 3 that I added with the Space Goods meters and the Drock meters in it. First time I did electrical myself, and I feel like it went pretty good. I did consult my electrician, and he made sure I did it all safely. So I am excited to have the 3. You can see I got 1 PDU on here running my GPUs. And then this is my S19 in low power mode. It's doing roughly 81 to 83 terahash and bounces around 2,000 to 2,100 watts. This is something I'm trying to work to clean up my network switch. And then my 3 flux nodes, this one is actually down right now. I got to figure out what is wrong with that one. I'll have to do that off camera and probably reinstall the Flux OS to it. It'll probably fix it. And then over here, we have just a PC that runs. I just leave it running, and I can remote into it whenever to either diagnose a rig, or you know, it also runs stuff to manage my ASICs. And then I have 3 more GPU rigs, all 8-by. The top one is my 20 series rig that is on Radiant. And then my AMD rig is the top one down here, my Hankus rig that's on Radiant. And I think all these are on, or no, they're not all on Radiant. This one is TEVGAI. That's a mixed rig that has 2 GPUs on Flux and the rest on Caspa. And then TUF Nuts, that's on Radiant also. I am heavy on Radiant right now, but I may look and see what else is more profitable and possibly switch in the near future. And then underneath you can see just more empty frames. I am keeping all my empty frames just in case you know, I want to expand with more GPUs, but I may look to get one more of these trip light PDUs, the smaller ones. They're 24 amp, 30 amp PDUs, so they run off 240 volts, and I can run 24 amps on each one of these. And I plan on running just one ASIC off each one for now, but we'll see. I do have some stuff on the way. I'll make some update videos as it shows up. So that's my farm pretty much right now. I still have some organizing to do. I want to get all my GPU rigs lined up here so that they shoot the hot air towards the exhaust fan. They can pull it right out. I do have a lot of building to do. As far as expanding GPU wise, I don't plan on doing any expanding on it. I want to stay all server case frames anyway, so it would kind of harm that in a sense, since all these are filled up. The only GPU I may get rid of is my 5700 XT and upgrade to maybe another 3070, but I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know if it's worth it right now. The only other GPU I have lying around is a 2080 Super, which is upstairs in my office on a test bench. It's sitting there idle, it's not on. ASIC wise, I do have some plans on possibly getting rid of my L3s, hopefully in the near future. My plans with the L3s didn't really go as I thought. I bought them for one, my electrician gave me for helping him out. I told him he didn't need to do that, but he ended up just giving me one of the L3 pluses. And I bought the other two for $85 each on Macari. The plan was to mine on them for a few months and hopefully sell them at a small profit. I do have them posted for sale, but I don't think that's going to happen with the price reduction of the L7s. Not that they're crazy much cheaper. I think the last quote I got on an L7 was $4,550 shipped to my door. Not something I wanted to do right now. Right now I'm just going to focus on getting this S19J Pro fixed. Hopefully I have that power supply in the next few days so I can get that fixed. Compare temperatures of this one and that one with the 8-inch fan monitors. Plenty of people on the internet that have done that and proven that the 8-inch fan mod did help. I did swap power supplies from my working S19J Pro onto this one, and I had overheating issues. I think it was power supply rated. I will go over power supplies for ASIC or for S19Js and more specifically in another video. This one I just wanted to give you guys a tour. I have my spare parts all locked away. All these empty frames, I do not know what I'm going to do with them. I plan on keeping some of them. I have mining motherboards on 2, 3, 4 rigs with tons of risers, power supplies to power more GPUs if needed. The only way I would probably expand GPUs is if we went into another bull run and I could see that profitability of GPUs was going to the point where it was worth it for me to expand in that area. Currently, I just think that ASICs is the way I want to go just in the short term as far as expanding in that, specifically with Bitcoin ASICs. So I think I'm going to go that direction. There is going to be a point where I fill up all 5 of those and I could run one more 30 amp safely. And I think I do have enough wiring to run it. I would just need to pick up another outlet, print another box, and buy another drop meter. I do have everything else needed to run it, but I don't know if I'm going to or not. It depends. While I'm expanding, I'll see, since that isn't going to be a heavy expense. I can get the parts readily at Home Depot pretty much. I'm going to hold off on that. I'm just going to look at getting some price quotes, I guess, and looking at different areas. I do plan on doing some videos on my ASICs and some more in-depth videos, maybe a little bit on them and how they're functioning, and do some comparison videos. But if there's any specific things you guys want to see with the ASICs I have on hand, just let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to accommodate that. I know there's not a whole lot of material out there on ASICs, but you know, just let me know in the comments if you guys want to see anything specific. Either it's a setup video or a different operating system you guys want me to run on it. I do have this stuff lying around somewhere. I lost my micro SD cards. They're in my house somewhere. I got to find them. They're in an envelope somewhere so I can run third-party firmware, which I might run on that S19J Pro that's working. And this one I may look at overclocking once it's fixed. But these power supplies I think are rated for 3,600 watts. some people say that there's power supplies out there that run up to 7,000 watts, but that's more for when you're like liquid cooling them, and I do not plan on going liquid cooling. I did talk to my electrician about getting a fish tank and running my own system, but then I was reading a lot and researching a lot about it. It just didn't seem like it was going to be reasonable and feasible for me to do it without dumping a lot of money into it. But you know, thanks for checking this video out. Let's give you guys a quick tour of the farm and stay tuned for more.